What's going on, everyone? This is Tony here with Urban Girl Scout Media, living the dream, of course. And today we are going to bring you part two of the card spotlight on token creating cards. In the first part of this series, we talked about sorcery speed cards. In this installment, we're going to talk about instant speed. I do want to take a moment and say that a lot of the cards that you're seeing on these videos, they're all right around that 2 or 3 converted mana cost. Um, I'm going to do a video maybe later on down the road, but a lot of the cards that I really like to use to make tokens are quick hitters, or as you'll see in this video, they have other things that they do, and then you get that token as kind of an extra to completing the task. So with that in mind, let's go ahead and jump right into it and get into our first instant speed token creating card. So let's start it up with this beauty, Errand of Duty. Yeah, right before I hit record, I thought of that little rhyme and I had to do it. So at instant speed, it's coming to us from alliances. One colorless, one white. You get that 1/1 white creature token. That's a knight and it has banding. So banding's one of those abilities that Magic players, I feel like most Magic players are strong one way or the other. They either love it and want to see it brought back, or they're glad that they don't have to deal with it because it's either another ability or it's an ability that they just didn't want to deal with. Overall, I really like this card, and it's something that I would definitely put into any deck that had creatures with banding. Think about it, you drop the 2 lands, you don't play anything on turn 2, right before turn 3, you plop this card out. That's what you're going to see with a lot of these cards strategically, is that that's a great way to use them if all else fails. Alrighty, so my next card is going to be the only other mono white card that exclusively is used to create tokens. There will be other mono white cards, but this is the only one that's really just exclusively for tokens. Same casting cost as our previous card. It's Raise the Alarm, but this time you put 2 1/1 soldier, white soldier creature tokens into play. Again, at instant speed. Instead of dropping on turn 2, you can just wait until right before turn 3. Surprise them if you need quick blockers. There's all sorts of things you can do with this beauty. I just love it, and it's been reprinted so many times that the price is super cheap. Alrighty, and up next we have 2 cards that are pretty similar. First is Aura Mutation, 1 green, 1 white. Destroy target enchantment, put X 1/1 green sapperling tokens into play, where X is a converted mana cost. So you can destroy that enchantment and put in some tokens. Pretty awesome. The counterpart, or the similar one, is going to be the red-green version, and basically you're putting in sapperling tokens. Same thing. I like both these cards. I think they're both pretty fun. And really in a red, green, white deck, they both fit in great. Alrighty, so next is one of those cards, if you really want to piss someone off, Plungify their creature. So they do get a 3/3 green 8. I'll give you all that. But imagine how upset you could make someone when they have a huge creature that's got all these abilities, whatnot, and for 1 blue, you can basically swap that out with a 3/3 green ape. Now, of course, if it's indestructible, you can't touch it. But again, if you really want to piss someone off, this is a great 1-drop to include in that operation. So while we're talking about pissing people off, let's destroy a bunch of creatures and put in a huge single creature on its own. So obviously, you can't just rely on this 1 card by itself. You have to have something to trigger all the destruction that you need for this. But man, like, how badass is this card? How badass is this card that if someone plays just a mass removal, you know, I'm going to spoil of blood for 1 and put in a 10/10 creature. I've seen this thing get to 50/50 just off of a 1-drop. I love it. Even better if you can set up the combo to destroy everything too. But yeah, you want to piss people off? Here's another one. So, we're going to Charm School. Celestia Charm. And I'm just going down to the 2/2 Night Creature with Vigilance. I thought that was a pretty good ability, especially for just the 2 at instant speed. What really got this card onto the list, though, is the fact that if you don't need it for any reason, maybe you just need to pump a creature, maybe you just need to exile a creature, something to that effect, you have the ability to change it. So this is one of those few token cards where it gives you more than just the straightforward, you have to create a token. You actually have some options here. The exile, I'm surprised it's not a bigger deal than what it is. I really like that ability, and the +2/+2 trample is great as well. Strength of arms! Alright. So, this one's pretty straightforward. You're going to pump a creature, and if you control an equipment, put a 1/1 white human onto the battlefield. How is this card so under the radar, you may ask? And I may answer, I have no fucking idea. You're pumping up a creature. If you use equipment, there's no reason not to have this card in your deck. Instant pump and the equipment. 1 drop. So many good 1-drops doing so many good things. And then there is Sprout Swarm. So 2-drop or 2 converted mana cost, has the convoke, has the buyback, you put in the token. It's just a good card to it's a good card to have for a few different reasons. One, who doesn't love to do a little convoke? Who doesn't love to do just a little bit of that? The buyback's pretty awesome as well. I mean, think about that. You can just keep buying that bad boy back with the convoke costs and never really let it go if you don't want to. Alright, so the last card on our countdown today, I guess this isn't really a countdown, we just went through a list of cards, but anyways, Vile Rebirth. So you're going to exile a creature card from any graveyard, and you're going to put in a 2/2 black zombie creature. Guys, there's a lot of 1-drops on this list that do something or need something to happen, and then you get to do something in regards. I had another card like this in the sorcery speed. I really, really like these cards. I like the ones that I'm going to get rid of a creature card from your graveyard, or mine maybe, and then I'm going to get a 2/2 black zombie. So I really like the versatility of this card. There's several cards like Pongify that have kind of that same feel or Strength of Arms, 1-drop, get it going. But I think when I look at this card, the thing I like the most is the fact that it is any graveyard. It's not just yours or your opponent. It is any graveyard. You do have to remove a creature, but that shouldn't be too terribly hard. Alright guys, so that'll do it. Went through a lot of cards in this 2-part card spotlight that create tokens. I hope you guys enjoyed it. So some of the things that I want to hear back from you guys is, what cards did I forget? What cards are a little more to cast, but they're worth it? Cards that maybe do special abilities and then you get the tokens. What do you guys got from me? Anyways, I hope you enjoyed the content. If you did like it, something real easy you could do to help support the channel is just like and sub the videos, maybe leave a comment. If you really want to go to an extreme, you could share and follow on Twitter, Facebook, Tumblr, and YouTube. Either way around it, I truly appreciate the views, I truly appreciate the support, and we will see you guys next time on the Card Spotlight. No, that was kind of lame. Sorry, guys.